some fucking food. You didn't ride your bike or what?
Of course I did.
Nice. What kind of food did you get?
Some Mexican food.
Oh, Mexicans. What do you think about Mexicans in San Diego? By the way, we are now live. Thank you for tuning in to the Comedy Brunch. We are now calling this the Comedy Brunch Hour. I think we have one viewer. Thank you for tuning in. Comedy Brunch. You might want to turn that other box off. So what do you think about Mexicans in San Diego?
I think they're lovely people. They work hard. They eat good food. Yeah, I think they're the jam. They're the jam to the peanut butter. Jam to the peanut butter is what.
Okay, so we really want to discuss about the San Diego film industry. How do you feel about that? And what do you think about the locals? Because you did work on set with many of the local talent that San Diego has to provide. And hell, you've even worked with people who are not actors or actresses, and you have still tried to craft them into it. So what's your opinion on the San Diego local film industry?
Good question. I don't know.
Because this is listed as we are interviewing director Adrian DeLeon. So if you could please give us your opinion.
Oh, I see. Let me put on my director's hat for a second.
Because you got to remember, we got a lot of people interested in breaking into the film industry in San Diego. So they're interested in hearing someone else's viewpoint.
Interesting topic you brought up, sir. I must say that San Diego has a lot to offer. A lot of great talent. Hardworking people. They know what they're doing. They know how to get their bearings together. Very, very talented people here. I would say anybody who's interested in acting and producing and writing and other things, please come down to San Diego because San Diego has a lot to offer location-wise. It's just beautiful. You could almost create anything you want, and big scale, small scale, you name it. It's all here, San Diego. That's right, one and only.
What do you feel about the recent flood that hit from El Nino? Didn't you say there was a water tornado on the beach?
Yeah. So, those of you who don't know what's going on here on the West Coast, there's the El Nino. Basically, it's just tropical storm front that's on the Pacific side of the ocean, and it's creating a lot of rain, but I guess a lot of low and high pressure, which is making tornadoes, funnels off of the coast of where I would say San Diego County is at, like up north, where Oceanside and between Oceanside and Dana Point, which is in Orange County too. So, yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting to see tornadoes in California. I mean, that's not usual. Am I right?
Oh no, definitely. Well, you being a San Diego native, what are some of your favorite filming locations?
Um, I go everywhere, but depends. I would say what you're filming. I mean, we got desert scenes here. We got the city landscapes. We got suburban areas. We got forest areas. We have the beaches. Lovely women. What more can I say? I love them all.
What type of San Diego woman do you like for people who really can't or who haven't visited San Diego yet?
Oh, what was the question again? What kind of women do I like, or what kind of women that I would
Yeah, we're taking
invite?
this a little bit X-rated.
Um, I mean, women are just fascinating to me. Period. Like, I enjoy women. More so how they think. Believe it or not, I love a great woman's body, but it's more up here that I like. It's the brains. Uh, Not speaking zombie like, but it's just like their intelligence, their way of looking at a puzzle. Guys have a just certain way, and women just, yeah, they're just fascinating. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh no, definitely. One thing I could definitely say, I'm trying to get a few people in here actually, a few more guests to chime in. That's one thing I want to bring with the comedy brunch hour is I want to bring several guests. I want us to have a lot of fun. Bring in business owners, bring in other comedians, bring in other actors, actresses. You can come on here and go live if you want to. If you want to be on cam, that's fine. It's going to be on YouTube. So if you don't catch the live show, you could also watch the recording. So if you don't want to be on camera, you could also just do the audio portion, which is fine because a lot of our listeners like to listen to it through the audio format. But no, in San Diego, I do love the women out there. Pretty much fall in love on every corner. What do you think, Adrian DeLeon, from being in the San Diego industry, what do you think it's lacking?
Passion, passion, because I think a lot of people like to take their passion somewhere else, which I always think it's a bad choice. Since after everything that I just described to you about San Diego seems perfect, what lacks is the passion. People tend to, think that there's not enough passion here. Well, I would beg to differ, because if I'm passionate enough to stick around, and I love the city, um, and work with a lot of talented people, then I just got to have that same amount passion back. If I'm giving you passion, I kind of expect to receive passion. So I think that's what it is. Is just the lack of passion. So people who are listening to this, I say when you come here, give it your all. Like, don't just half-ass it. Don't act like you're here for a month or two because you got other plans. If that's the case, then don't waste my time. If you're really passionate about your craft, about what you do and what you're talented, then show it to me and stick with it. What do you think?
Well, didn't you say you threw I mean, not to go off topic, you threw some sort of event um, where you didn't, where you actually were in debt afterwards, weren't you? Let me rephrase that. Adrian DeLeon threw an event, photography event, and I was just so curious if you'd go into that for the entrepreneurs that are listening.
Yeah, so kind of to relate to what I was saying and back to your question is, you got to be careful that when you're doing entrepreneur stuff, um, how should I put it? There's people who go into it for money, and then there's people who go into it because they love the craft. Can you mix the two? Sure, you can. But if you do, you got to be very smart in who you deal with and who you work with. At the same time, uh, you got to have, yeah, you just got to be more smart about it. I'm just trying to figure it out. How can I describe it to you? How can I break it down?
Yeah,
Um,
just go through some things you kind of wish you could do over.
right. Well, let me put it this way: if it's an event that it's strictly for gain, let's say you just want to make money, then make sure you hire people who have the same mentality. So, in a way, you want to approach it as, if you want to do a direct, if you want to direct something, you want to write something, you want to have that same level of people who are interested, right? So, if you're like, well, I'm not in it for the money. If that's your initial thing and you just want to get something done, then you find those same people who are on that same level. Now, if your initial state is like, oh, I just want to have money, I just want to, I'm just doing this one job because or an event that I want to just gain money, then you go ahead and get people who have that same level of thinking that, oh, I just want to get paid. Okay, so you pay them to do the job and that's it, they're out. Versus, let's say you want to make a movie, you want to make sure those people have the same passion that you have of making that movie. So because they're not necessarily there for the pay, they're like, no, no, let's make a good set, let's make a good, whatever it is. So yeah, just be
Right, right,
more intelligent when you go about doing business like that, because there's a lot of times where let's say you want to take a friend and it's great if you can have friends who are on the same level, but sometimes you make that mistake. You make
right.
that mistake and
Exactly.
you go, oh man, I love the person, but they screwed me over,
Right,
and
right.
they didn't do it intentionally, but it's just that they weren't on the same level, so
One thing I do, I always like my boy Adam Connie, was trying to help him out on his last project, but just couldn't do it due to my license being suspended. I got it back now though. But he says he doesn't work with hobby actors. That's the same thing I do. I don't work with anyone who's a hobbyist. Same thing for business. If you do it for a hobby, probably not going to work together because you don't take it as serious. If it's a failure, like, we could always try next time, guys. But to me, there's not a fucking next time. Do you ever plan to throw another event like that, another photography event, or are you kind of just scared out of the fucking game?
no, never. You can never be scared. One of the many things I tend to do is send a little text messages to my friends, and kind of hopefully give them encouragement. And I know for the New Year's, one of the themes I'm going to go by is have no fear.
Right, right,
Because
which is a very good one to live by.
right, and yeah, I mean stuff like that, like events and whatnot, um, can discourage a person, but remember that if you're really all in, you have no fear,
Right.
because that's just for every failure, it makes you stronger and wiser, and you learn from it, and so it's an all good experience. You know
All positivity.
exactly. If you live in the negative, it's just down. You just knock yourself down, and then you start getting a fear for something, and then
What do you think about an all positive moment? What do you think about that? Do you think we have enough of those? As far as entertainment in the entertainment industry, do you think we have a lot of all positive entertainment, something you watch and you just feel great afterwards?
well, you see, Anthony, entertainment is such separate from life, and you have to agree with me with that, because I believe that entertainment is supposed to be for the moment. You know what I'm saying? For the moment that you're either watching something, hearing something, you know, you're enjoying it at the moment. Um, it's amazing to see that life doesn't represent what we see and what we hear. It's all in the emotions. So it's I would say I would love to have everybody be in a positive state of mind consistently, when they come out of a movie theater, let's say, or they come out of a concert or whatever it is, to keep that positivity going.
Right.
But the reality is that most people aren't like that. They just get struck back to their
Can we
negativity in life, and
I
that's not.
want to hold on really quick. I want to show the viewers if I can. Can you see the video that was just playing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm eating, so.
Okay. Yeah, that was just playing.
Hold up. No, I don't see a video.
Hey, how's it going? Hello?
Hello.
Look at this fool. He's all hello. Yeah, RJ. We can hear you, dog. Hey
All right.
man, how high do you think they got to make Finding Nemo 2? Look at this. Yo, RJ, can you see this? Can you see the video?
No. Can
Oh
you
man,
message
it's
me
all
or
good.
no?
This is gonna be for the ones who are watching it live, when they scream it back. All right, but I don't know how high they fucking got to make Finding Nemo 2, but god damn. Oh shit, yo RJ man, what have you been up to and what shows have you done recently?
I recently did I'm doing cluster like next week on that. Well, I'm doing cluster on the 18th, and then I just got rearranged for comedy juice because they had too big of a lineup, so they had to cut somebody off. So I'm gonna get a
Hey, bring
comedy
your camera
juice
down.
shows on.
If you're gonna have video on, I don't want to see a
Because
blank.
everyone who is gonna miss this live, they could definitely catch it back on the YouTube, which a lot of people end up doing. So they'll all catch this live. And yeah, RJ, what do you think about the San Diego comedy scene? What do you think it fucking needs? Like, what do you think it just missing?
We're not missing a lot. We just need more time to build. That's all. We're
I
we're
like that.
we're building uh, an actual scene right now. We're not uh how can I say this? Right now, the point we're at right now, headliners are coming down and saying exactly this. They're like, "Yo, you." It seems like you guys are building a scene right now, and headliners are coming down to like Madhouse and ACC
Right,
to
right, right.
like ACC, Madhouse, Palace. They're coming down to the open mics because not only is Madhouse's mics 7 days a week, but they're also finding out that there's other spots that has mics. And so me just seeing that all together just makes me want to grind even harder, so I can become a headliner and and I'm still going to be doing open mics. I'm still going to be grinding like I am now, and so all that inspires me to do is just to get
Oh
better.
no, definitely. See, we have director, San Diego local director Adrian De Leon also on here. He's also looking to build up and bring a lot of attention to San Diego. He's saying that San Diego is better than LA. What do you think about that?
And in what respect? Film wise or comedy wise?
Both. What do you think? Do you think it has potential to just just
It
flat out beat LA?
Okay, now this is coming from cats that have been back and forth. I haven't been to LA yet, so I can't speak on the LA scene. That would be stupid for me to make a statement like that, and for me not to experience it upon me even going out there. But uh, some of the people that I've seen, uh, San Diego mirrors LA comedy scene. It mirrors LA comedy scene. That's what I've noticed from comics that do come down from LA that I've talked to, that I've hung out with.
Right,
So
right.
it just
Now,
just so since
RJ, let
we
me
have
ask you a question. Now, why do you think a lot of San Diego comedians mirror or try to mirror LA?
it's not even the fact that we're trying to mirror, it's just the fact that it happens. It just happened. Like I've been doing comedy for 3 years, and this and last year alone, I've seen comics, not only comics, the scene grow exponentially. Than better than the past two. It's become more competitive. It's become more about about not who you know, but how good your set is now.
Right, which I like.
And how good is your set, do you think?
Um, I have a good fight.
How many minutes do you have right now, RJ?
Um, I would say I have around like seven solid, consistent,
Seven solid.
laugh, take back, laugh, set.
Okay, Adrian DeLeon, with hearing how the San Diego community is coming up like this, does this give you hope for the film side?
Sure. I mean, anytime anybody is willing to work harder and see and where it's going to lead to, because we're not all fortune tellers, but we have that drive to look at to go all the way through. I would say RJ has a good mindset, where
No, he definitely does.
he wants to keep going because he knows he's going to get there. And there's a lot of people that just quit straight up, just or something that I've noticed too is in the comedy scene is where a lot of people get stuck in that same rut. They don't improve their sets. They don't uh, you know take in what audience are criticizing them about, or even their own peers, and they just kind of have this one gimmick that is okay if you're like new to the whole experience of the comedy scene because you haven't seen it or you haven't experienced it. But after a while, I mean, it just gets boring, to tell you the truth, and some people or some comedians are just satisfied with that. But I think that brings down the whole comedy scene when one comic is not upping the other. And I think that's what anybody in any like position needs, is to able to be challenged so that let's say RJ just becomes better than Anthony because Anthony's not doing a very good job of his stand up, so RJ's gonna step it up and other
Yo,
comics do that, and
yo,
then
I got a joke right here for you guys. This is a joke I just recently wrote. It's a solid joke. I could say it anywhere, anytime. I'll get a laugh. Um, the joke
Not
goes,
only that, not only just a laugh, but like the whole crowd will erupt and like they will
right,
agree, and they all love that one joke.
exact. That's kind of material you want, where you could say it anytime, any place, and it's still gonna get a good fucking laugh.
Even if it's a shitty audience,
Right.
it's gonna get at least like a
Chuckle.
good vocal laugh, a good vocal
Yeah.
laugh.
Right. 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 Yeah. When I would record some of my sets and I'd look back, I'd be like, oh shit. I'd be like, I heard a few more sprinkles here or there, than I thought. San Diego um, audiences. Uh, I would guess people just need to advertise more with flyers. That's something I could say. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of tourists.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, like, uh, what are the two? Like, this is kind of like a question that's gonna lead into my next topic. Uh, what days do you see are like the hardest to promote?
Days hardest to promote a show. I would probably say the weekend because people just want to relax.
Oh no, no, the weekend is always, man. Have you? All right. If you say that, I would definitely suggest you guys go to a couple like. Not only do you want to be a comic, but you also have to network, which means you have to go to the weekend shows at different venues and actually talk to different comedians. Like talk to the headliner as if he was the actual person. Just be
Right.
like, hey, how's it going? Enjoyed your set. This and the top comedy with the headliner or with the feature or with some of the people on the
Well, you
show.
see, I'm about to throw flappers under the fucking bus right now on the comedy brunch right now. Since this is a new fucking show, we gotta start fucking drama. I'm gonna throw flappers under the bus. I went there to do some open mic. This is right by Montclair and the Inland Empire. Real chill. Everyone there was nice, super nice, but you could tell they just wanted to do it, but they just weren't about it. You know what I mean? Like they were there to do a set or two, but let's be honest, they're not gonna pursue it. A lot of the guys there were super friendly. If you perform there and you get a bell ring, because that's what they do. If you're funny, they ring a bell, and I got two bell rings during my set. So they called me back for a quote unquote booked show for the first timers, and nobody showed up, so they canceled the fucking show. You see what I mean? That shit like marketing on their end. Because I'm new, I was new to the town at the time, so I definitely didn't fucking know anybody. So I would definitely say everyone needs to work a little bit harder on promoting each other. Um, and yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd definitely be awesome.
I would
Uh,
say that it's never you can't really pick one day and say, well, this day is not a good day. I would say if you really work hard, any day is a good day to promote.
yeah, I could sell you on any day, because some people only have Tuesday, Wednesdays off. You know what I mean? If you only got Tuesdays and Wednesdays, well, my show's on Wednesday, man. So how about you come down on Wednesday night and bring all your coworkers?
Sorry, I
Uh,
had to address something on my messenger real fast.
oh no, 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 it's all good. Hey, Adrian DeLeon, what do you feel about the actresses in San Diego? Do you think there's potential, or do you think they're just a bunch of fucking just nobodies, just D-list actors?
I mean, I think there's a lot of potential, but you've worked with some of the actresses too. What do you think?
Some of the actresses out here, I personally think, they don't memorize their lines. Let's be honest, they don't rehearse. Um, I've only passed maybe three or four legitimate actresses in San Diego. Uh, Doug Benson with Getting Doug with High, whatever the fuck his show is. He graduated from the same college I went to, Grossmont Community College. Um, and I definitely still think he stole some of my ideas. But that's definitely for another episode. Um, so, AD Adrian DeLeon, what do you feel about doing commercials out in San Diego? Do you think that's something that's possible?
Not only is it possible, but a lot of commercials are done here in San Diego. Besides even just the local commercials, um, a lot of people don't know movies like Top Gun was actually filmed here in San Diego.
And
You
if you
know,
don't know that, I'm sorry, you should not. If you don't know that Top Gun was filmed in San Diego, I'm sorry. You should, man. Why are you here? You weren't born in the night. Like I'm just saying, if you were born, if you're older than 20, 23, my age, if you're 23 and older, you should know that Top Gun was recorded in San Diego.
There's a lot of people that actually don't know because when they look at, a lot of that, beach scenery that's on the Navy base, in the movie, people think that that was like LA or something, but that's actually here. That was actually all filmed here,
Yeah.
like, in La Jolla and parts of Oceanside, and I know Coronado, and I mean,
Now look, man, if you're gonna be riding to the danger zone, you gotta ride San Diego style, baby. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not a really huge film buff, but I love movies in general. Like
Right.
like great example. I love comic book films, but right now I feel like there's an oversaturation of it, if you feel what I'm saying.
right.
But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna look into the material that I enjoyed. Like if like great example. I didn't know about Ultron till the movie. And then to prepare myself for the movie, I I I researched on the source material. I researched on like the actual comics. I researched on the multi theory uh, that was based around different comics. And Ultron, there's a lot of Easter eggs that if you didn't research the the source material, you really wouldn't have got. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's just, and I think that's just like a societal problem that
Yo,
we're
RJ, what do you think about Dan Dublitz in the San Diego comedy scene? Have you seen him live at all?
I've
I
seen him
don't
live.
I don't know if you've ever noticed how I don't know if you've noticed that he's missed leg day. Next time you see him, definitely look at his legs because definitely a
I really don't.
drastic change.
I,
But what do you think
but
about Dan Dublitz though and the comedy scene? I definitely know he contributes a lot.
he's one of those dudes that's already in the comedy scene that's one of the older cats in the comedy scene. So my thought
Right.
is not I can't try to talk to my boy. That's rude. That's wrong.
Oh yeah, no, no. Dan always knows I just roast him for fun. Well, at least I hope he knows that. He put some work though, ever since I seen him throwing that shithole fucking open mic at shooters. I always respect the guy because he lets me say what I want, and that's what comedy's all about. I'd
Yeah,
go up there at shooters, say what I want, and he would never cut me off.
yeah. And the biggest thing about like shooters is that even the good comics that you see feature sometimes even start off like they go to shooters as like
Right.
as as the fuck it, this is the intense room. Like this is not gonna be an easy room. I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna work through some shit, and I'm gonna go over to the actual comedy club and try and work it into an actual set. Like that's
See,
like
see, if Dan stopped hanging out with fucking women who slept in bushes and drew on their fucking eyebrows and stole his laptop, if he stopped hanging out with women like that, maybe he could fucking uh gather some, decent folk to watch, to watch the comedians.
hey, I mean like that's his choice. It's his thing. Like I said, I'm
Hey,
sorry
I
that
don't know
that
about you, but that's a story right there.
Right? Yeah, Dan Duplitz, he's a good guy, man. For real, he really is. I don't know anyone else. Well, the guys who run the Comedy Palace, also another great place.
yeah. I mean, if what so it's Anthony and who else is in the feed?
Oh no, it's just comedian Anthony Ryan, and we have local San Diego director Adrian DeLeon. He just works with a lot of actresses and locals around here for the film industry.
So Adrian,
What's up?
have you been to a couple of the open mics? Just like watched or
Yes,
just
believe it or not, a little like a history between me and Anthony. We actually worked together. He's also a great friend of mine. And yeah, I've been in the comedy scene. I mean, I don't go up on stage or anything, but I'll write things out or inspire. I like to say I like to inspire comedians because I think that's what I'm really good at. Comedian can take what you say and make it really funny. You know what I'm saying? And that's a talented comedian when they can make it funny. So yeah, I've been around that whole comedy scene.
Mm. Man, I'm looking back at my art at my visual feed, and bro, my hairline is fucked up. Anyway,
You're doing good, RJ, man. You're doing good, and I'm glad you tuned in, man. I definitely would like to get, 4, 5, 6, 7 different comics. I just want to call it comedy brunch because I want to get as many comics in here, as many businessmen, as many whoever, and just have a good conversation for people to listen to.
yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
RJ, I just like to point out that seems like we're gonna probably end this soon, right, Anthony?
Oh yeah, no, we're about to drop this one out. I
Okay.
want to thank you guys for fucking coming out for this and stopping by. RJ, you're the fucking man. We'll see you out there. Do you have any shows coming up or any plugs you want to do?
Uh, I have two shows at the Madhouse. I have Comedy Cluster on the 18th. Uh, it's a good show, great headliner. And then I'm gonna be doing Comedy Juice a week after that, which is on Wednesday. So yeah, come out, see me, have a good laugh, see a good headliner, man.
Oh,
It's gonna be also be at Madhouse Comedy Club. If you want to get tickets, go to madhousecomedyclub.com. Uh, yeah, both shows are gonna be at Madhouse,
all right, man.
downtown or up the top level.
MadhouseComedyClub.com. You had it right there. Comedy Brunch, San Diego to LA, bitch. Thanks for coming out, Adrian WN. All right, thanks, guys. Peace out.